ABC correspondent Lisa Millar joins us now from our London bureau. Hi there, Lisa. Has there been any word at all yet from the president in Ecuador about whether he is likely to grant asylum?
No word yet, Emma, but I imagine as Ecuador starts waking up, we'll get a sense as to whether we're going to hear today. It was the Deputy Foreign Minister who gave us the 24-hour timetable yesterday, so we are hoping that there'll be some indication as to whether later this afternoon here in London. You can imagine there's quite a crowd camped outside the Ecuadorian embassy at the moment, as well as a few supporters. But as you heard from the President, it is the fact that the country is looking at the death penalty implications, and it's pointing to its own tradition of human rights protections when it's going to make that decision.
Now, given what we're hearing from Scotland Yard, an offer of asylum by the Ecuadorian government could end up being a bit of an empty gesture.
It could, and Emma, over the last hour or so, we've spoken to a couple of international law experts to try and get a handle on this, because we continue to report that Scotland Yard wants to arrest Julian Assange for breaking his bail conditions. And the question is, if he's granted asylum, why is he still open to possible police arrest? Well, the answer is that, from these law experts, is that the UK rules rule, basically, and that international law doesn't necessarily have to respect asylum from another country. So if Julian Assange leaves that embassy, even if he is granted some kind of protection by the Ecuadorians, it does not protect him from UK law, and the police say he has broken bail conditions, therefore a criminal offence, and they will be able to arrest him.
Now, those bail conditions relate to the questioning he's wanted for in Sweden, not even actually any offence he's being charged for. The Swedes simply want him for questioning over sexual assault accusations. That's obviously not a political crime. Have we actually heard anything from Stockholm, prosecutors there, in relation to this latest development?
Not from the prosecutors, but certainly from the lawyers who are looking after the two women who made those original sexual assault allegations. They are very confident that Julian Assange will end up in Sweden. It's just a matter of time. They say that their clients are disappointed by this latest turn of events because they feel that they're already under pressure anyway. It's been insinuated by Julian Assange's supporters that perhaps these women were put up to it, or they were working on behalf of the CIA. There have been various theories put forward. So those women apparently are disappointed. But on the ground in Sweden, there's certainly been a sense that if Julian Assange had support there, that it is dropping away by this latest move that he has made. Of course, Julian Assange's team his supporters keep pointing to this possible extradition to the US being the threat that he's concerned of. This is where this international law issue comes into effect again, because these experts we've spoken to have said that Sweden couldn't pass him on to the US without the approval from the UK Home Secretary, and that previous cases in the European Court of Human Rights would point to the fact that the US would have to promise not to go ahead with the death penalty if he was going to be extradited. And of course, all of this is huge speculation anyway, because the US and Australian authorities have said that there's no indication that there is a secret indictment, as Julian Assange has put forward previously. So a very complicated issue, Emma, but certainly a little bit of clarity in regards to those law issues as to why he is still at risk of arrest.
Lisa Millar, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks very much for that update.